Hi everyone, it's Joanna here with Hooked on Gardening. Hey, we've been gone a few days and holy cow, when you leave your garden for a few days, it goes crazy. So I am out here. I got to get some cleaning done. I got my trusty little garden shears. Lots of cutting back. So it's like the middle of August and yeah, there's just lots of cutting back and always weeds, always the weeds. So anyway, I thought I would bring you guys along and just kind of give you a walkthrough. I got to talk about what I got to get done, and then I'll bring you back. I don't think I've shown you guys this little area before in my garden. So yeah, hang tight and we'll get to it. Okay, so here's what's going on. And I'll just give you a little heads up. It's windy today and we live right by a busy street. So there might be some traffic noise, even though I am wearing a noise canceling microphone. We're gonna get background noise. That's just the way it is. So anyway, so I have this beautiful strawberry sundae hydrangea, and these are actually the same as vanilla strawberry. Just they're different, not hybridizers, but different companies own the different patents. But I looked it up and they're exactly the same thing. The only thing I notice with this one is it tends to turn a little too brown for my liking, too early. And I have another one in the front and it's absolutely stunning this year and it's turning the pink. So I really think the key is water. So this is actually a slope garden. So it's a little tricky to water. I really need to add some soaker hoses or drip irrigation. And it's always on my list every year. And so far I haven't gotten around to it, but someday. Anyways, and next to that is a white David phlox. I really want to move that. I'm not thrilled with the white and white together. I would rather have like a, you know, a darker pink phlox up there that kind of pulls the pink out of the hydrangea. And then I have some just regular old purple coneflower in front of it, and that would work well too. Maybe even a lighter pink phlox. Like here's one in front. I believe that's Bright Eyes. That actually would look, maybe trade those two, swap those two around, or put the David phlox somewhere else. It gets pretty tall. And then in here, oh, I got so many like daylilies. I am like obsessed with daylilies until this time in the season. And then they're not looking so good, but I do see some reblooms on some of these. So I will come through here and cut back. Ooh, we have some Helenium or Helen's flower that's blooming. That's really, yeah, pretty much full of blooms. And then lots of weeds up against the fence. That's always a struggle. And I'm always trying to, you know, go lower maintenance in this bed because it is a slope and I'm not getting any younger and it's going to be harder and harder for me to get up there. But yeah, anyways, this is I don't remember the exact variety, but it's something, I think Boomerang, Proven Winners variety of Spirea. It's really pretty. I mean, you just cut it back and it just keeps flushing these gorgeous dark pink blooms. Yeah, see if I can get you in closer, that the pollinators love. But yeah, so, and then here's a dark pink phlox, and next to it is bloom flower that really needs to be deadheaded very badly. And then there's another hydrangea on the top row, and I can't remember the variety of that. It's some off-brand, so I can never remember the variety, but it is very pretty. A little floppy, but you know, I can't fault it too much because it is on a slope. And then I have some dwarf Alberta spruce trees along the top. As they grow, they'll take up more room. So, and my goal eventually is to get spreaders out. Like, I love the look of the Black-Eyed Susan and the balloon flowers. But they really do spread and reseed, and it's just like a constant maintenance thing. So, yeah, I need to do something different. Down on the bottom row, I've started to add some part sun, part shade plants in here. Just because this bed really only gets maybe 4 hours of sun a day. And, oh, there's a beautiful monarch flying around. I hope he comes in. But, oh, look at, there's a pot that didn't get watered while we were gone. My neighbor did an excellent job of watering. I can't, no fault there at all. We did get a little rain, but not enough. Yeah, some of these look really thirsty. So once I get the weeding done, I'll go through and, you know, do the deadheading and then give it all a good drink. I've got a bunch of snapdragons in here, but they're kind of on vacation right now. I'm sure when the temps cool down, they'll take off again. Same with like the alyssum. I grew the snapdragons from seed. So man, they're really like filled in, but not too many blooms. So maybe I'll give them a little drink of fertilizer too. But in there we have another little dwarf Alberta spruce with another one of those spireas in front of it. Down, around, just a lot of stuff. Phlox that needs deadheading, balloon flowers that need deadheading, Zagreb coreopsis. I put in a little, it's a variegated, I can never remember the name. It's a honeysuckle. So yeah, that will get big and fill in that area, which is what I want. So I don't have to get up there. I will have to protect it because I know the rabbits will just eat it down in the winter. On around. I'm hoping to try and insert some pictures of this bed when we moved in. It was all, this area was all here, but whoo, it was really overgrown. Yeah, so I just add in a lot of annuals. There's a lot of creeping Jenny over there. Up on the hill, I've got some different hostas and lots of weeds. But yeah, this just needs a good cleaning. And then I always add in annuals here and there just to kind of keep the color going. But yeah, okay, you guys, I'm gonna get busy and we will be back at some point and we'll go through the bed again and with more like an after cleaned up version. So okay, just hang on. Woo, I'm back, you guys. Oh, it's the next day and I've been out here all day working on this slope garden. It looks tons better though. I did a lot of cleanup, cut daylilies back. I don't always cut daylilies back, really only if, you know, the foliage is getting really ratty. But yeah, just cleaned it up. I mean, cleaned up along the fence line, which was a mess. And yeah, it looks so much better. I mean, it's the middle of August, so I mean, things are tired and we're losing blooms, but that's really pretty there. I like that grouping. I propped up the floppy hydrangea. So I have another one on the other side of the dwarf Alberta spruce, and it doesn't get as much sun, and so it's a little slower blooming, but that's just kind of the way it is. But yeah, and then down along the front, oh, there's my little, you can't even see it. So it's this little antique mop bucket. I said you can't see it. It has, and I can't remember the name of that. It starts with an A. I think Joseph's coat is like the common name for it. But anyways, when I showed you the just before in the movie, the before pictures, it was all withered. So it got some water. It's very happy. But yeah, these coral bells. I know that one is solar eclipse, but I don't know what the dark ones are. And then the ones on either side of the solar eclipse are Paris. They're one of my favorite coral bells just because the blooms look great. Then I have some little New Guinea impatiens. I love that variegation. And they're looking good now. A little sedum. It's a really dark one, so it just blends right in with the soil. Yeah, it's about to bloom. Yeah, so I showed you before all my snapdragons that are on vacation. I came through and kind of clipped off some of the spent blooms, so hopefully we'll get another rebloom. Then I have holes that I have to fill because I dug some daylilies out that weren't blooming, or they're not doing great just because they were getting swallowed up and they don't get much sun. I still have mums in here that'll be blooming. I have a helenium back there that's budded up. Just some cone flowers. Balloon flowers are pretty much done. I really deadheaded them and cut back. And then just did some cleanup over here. Of course, my little annuals are still going to town. I popped some zinnias in here that the rabbits adore, but I have seen a few buds. Oh, I have one last daylily. Isn't she pretty? That's Emily Rose. For the most part, my daylilies are done. But yeah, then over on the end, I have a ton of creeping Jenny, and I keep cutting it back, but you know how creeping Jenny does. So I always wanted it to spill down the wall, so it's kind of doing that. And then in the spring, I come and dig out of it for my pots and stuff. So, but it's going way too far. And this is just kind of a holding bed. I have some plants in here that are just babies, some that I had winter sowed a couple years ago. So just waiting for them to get big. And then more holding bed plants, daylilies that I bought and didn't know where to put. And yeah, they're still here. Oh, there, I missed a daylily getting it trimmed up, getting it deadheaded. But yeah, so it's looking really good for the middle of August. And this is kind of a good way for me to go through and say, hey, you need some more end of summer blooms. But yeah, it's always a work in progress. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching this movie. I'm just getting started. My video skills aren't the greatest yet, but they'll get better as we go. I have a lot of gorgeous gardens to share, and I love teaching about gardening. And yeah, so I would so appreciate it if you would like this movie, subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, and yeah, watch for the next video that comes up. Thanks so much for stopping by. Happy gardening!